Hello, Sagittarius. This is a timeless love variant reading of yours where we discuss however love may be absent or present in your life. Or you may just be here because you caught a vibe, seeing whether or not anything within the storytelling time is yours. Please bear in mind a few of the details while we get ready for your reading. Okay? I am Master Seventh, aka Seventh, that reads these energies for you. She will know who she is, what she's all about, and what I have to offer. There are details via the description box below. For some insight, I am a master healer that provides remote wellness and or tarot intuitive insights. This reading may provide you universal justice if you're Sagittarius being here in your sun rising energy position. However, should it be anywhere else that you're aware of, you may be in search of emotional redemption or just in general could maybe benefit from the content over on my sister channel. Link is found in the description box as well. You'll also find various other ways on how to navigate this channel and access and navigate my other channel. Tomato. Okay? Alright, remember this is not a one-to-one reading. However, this is a general collective insight. Use your discernment to take all of that which belongs to you and leave the rest behind. Alright, storytelling time. Saggy. Let's do it. Alright. Page of Pentacles. A lot of you feel like giant in this world, which is great. All right. Esoterically, you're feeling a lot. You're feeling a lot of the. You're feeling weighted down by how non-expressive you can be. I feel like some of you have multiple personalities because of maybe only being able to live a certain way because of who you live with, and that they might have judgmental eyes, or you could just ping something within their auric field that they may judge you for like judgy in the wrong way, all right, like envy judgy, all right, with the energies within your personality that you would like to entertain. So some of you have like a certain way that you are outside and a certain way that you are with the people that you live with. And not that it's wanting, or that you don't even want to exploit that, or that I'm exploiting that for you, but making it more, or like cross watchers, you know. But it's something that you're aware of, and you're using this as a way to not only learn more about yourself, but give yourself this safe space that you, as much as you can allow, to lean into your own curiosities and lean into your own interests to see whether or not there are talents and or hobbies that you'd like to make further commitments of and for. So should anyone be in your way, you're learning that to take that as a learning curve and a learning opportunity, because you're learning that with the help of certain vibrations in the ether, that you shouldn't be like apologetic for what it is and who you are and what makes you what. So you're bucking up and finding out more about yourself, which I like. I like this. Okay, it's good. We're gonna fuck around and find out with you. I am getting some envious eyes around you. A little bit. They're far away, so don't worry about it. There's surely nothing to worry about. They're just trying to see why you're so successful. Why are you so sexy? Some of them are like someone is like jealous. If you're someone who's partnered up with someone, like already like doing family, sorry to put it that way. But you know, working on the things that you love and you own, more or less, because they choose you. They choose to be part of your life or to learn from you. It's like you put in a lot of work, and then there's people outside of that, a little bit in your social circle here, because the Lover's card is here, right? So this energy could be like someone really close like this saying they love you, but you know, as soon as they turn around, they're like, and then like, oh, I love you though. Like it's sometimes it could be here, and then it can be very far away, you know. So wherever it is the alchemist of you can pick that up quite naturally, and do your best also to be mature at the approach. I know as I say that I'm getting a lot of like, I don't know about that, and I like that because it's partial admittance that you know that some of the things that you do within the relationship of some kind isn't always fair. Like you want to one up the situation perhaps a lot. Be mindful, however, that if you are asking someone for something to give you and you blast it out that they ought to, you're making it that much difficult for the person, place, or thing to give any credit towards you because you're taking up the radio wave signal already. There isn't room for another. So keep that in mind, that if you're trying to have something be right here when it's all the way back there, and you don't want to have it all remain all the way back there, and you want this person, place, or thing to come right here and give you some kisses or something, or respect, all right, then you're going to have to show up and do the work and understand when it's time to also maybe learn to be quiet, maybe keep that opinion that you usually would say to yourself. Because if you said it before, then probably the person knows that maybe that's something that you can say. So, you know, there's learning opportunities here to have better conversational skills for someone who claims that they, whatever it claims, whatever it is that you claim to be here. Quite honestly, Sagittarius. But, okay. This person, place, or thing is very important to you. 8 of Cups. Yeah, there is a need for the variables of the connection to understand when they hear the word healing that it's like, oh God, what is that? That's uncomfortable. I don't want to do that. That's so time consuming. That's so costly. It's just as expensive and as cheap as everything else in life, to be honest. You know, but like closed mouths don't get fed, and some of you are keeping your mouths closed in too many situations where you shouldn't, and some of you don't know when to keep your mouths closed. You are wanting to be sincere, but you are gravitating towards some codependency issues here, okay? There's a deep sadness somewhere within the possibility of it, that specific sadness not having had enough time to let you know why it's sad. And it wants to come around and play again. And you're like, no, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do. I have other shit I got to do, you know? And sadness, so the topic is like, I need attention. And if you don't motherfucking give me attention, we're going to have some problems, all right? If you don't do that, those problems can leak into a relationship. First of all, the leak happened with the relationship you're having with yourself, 909. And then it leaks into the relationship that you're trying to have with either siblings, cousins, family, blood-related, unrelated, biological, adopted, relationships, platonic, romantic, monogamous, polyamorous, whatever it is. But if it's leaking already within you, well, sure enough, it's going to be leaking in any connection that you have with anything else outside of you. Knight of Wands. Whenever you feel like things get heated in an argument, you run away, and then you run right back. And however, it's not growing pains anymore. So if you see yourself doing that much, then maybe it's time to question the connection at hand in general. whether or not this is something that you should consider ending. Because some season has gone too much. Like, it's, some people complain if it's too hot, and some people complain if it's too rainy, right? And sometimes that can play a role to the overall well-being someone has for themselves. Is when they become aware that the environment plays a factor into their well-being, then that's more or less then becoming aware, is it then time to move? And then all the responsibilities of like, wait, I don't know if it's going to be too expensive. I don't know if I can afford it. Where am I going to move to? Like, those are all then sometimes such a long list of concerns and questions that it seems almost easier to ignore them by saying, no, I'm not going to. I'm not even going to address the thing that I thought I was excited to maybe take an opportunity to jump at. And then, like, all these other questions come in, like, whoa, that's a lot. I was ready to give out all those signatures, the whole entire autograph, you know, like, for 10,000 people. Whoa, relax. Single file only, one at a time, you know, that kind of thing. So you're learning how to, you're doing a lot while learning how to do less. And needing to do more in areas where you haven't shown up, if at all. So you can exponentially grow, become bigger and fulfilled. Because maybe you feel, a giant in your world of possibilities, but in certain interactions, people make you feel really small. This is so convoluted. This is always like, who's who, you know? Four of Cups with the Hierophant. So again, some of you who are partnered up, you're trying to figure out how this relationship could sustain itself. If you're married and you put holy matrimony of some sort of affirmation on it, then you are dealing with the dominoes of all those questions after that, if you're second guessing the decision you've made. So if you've decided already that you're married because that's the decision you made, you might be now in a position of wondering whether or not you want to stay married to this individual. And the moment you think about that, you're like, oh no, I don't want to go against my vows. I don't want to go against the affirmation. I don't want to go against judgment. I don't want to face this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. And so it's natural for that to come up. Just like it's the same. It's almost also natural that when you are in any sort of abusive relationship, that once you realize you're within that type of unfolding, that it's then almost harder for you to leave, because you become aware of something that you're now then struggling on how to make amends for, either not having seen it or learning something new. So it's the tug of war to that relationship. How do you distance yourself then so far enough that you never turn back? Some people see themselves, unfortunately, go back and forth to abusive relationships, whether it's physical, emotional, verbal, spiritual. Okay, like, usually the more high vibrational you are, the more you realize you're so blind in seeing yourself, because the energy that comes and needs you, you're gonna automatically have excess energy to give, but you don't know that you're giving it, because you don't know what that person's taking, because you're blinded by your own light, until you realize that people take, and at one point in your life, the siren goes off, and you're like, wait, when's someone gonna give me back something that I'm realizing I'm running low out of? Like, I'm running low on what I'm giving, because I just realized I'm giving it. It's coming from me, so I might be blind to who I'm giving it to, but I know I'm giving something, because there's something about my energy that's like going, and I'm like, I'm getting exhausted to always have to replenish myself to keep being available for another person, or just I'm just very in tune with myself and knowing that I'm losing arsenal. So more or less kind of becoming aware of that. All right. And knowing where you'd want to exist with that, because that's up to your own choice. And Ether just wants to remind you that people have affirmed you without them knowing, because maybe you were planned or not planned, and you are perfect in that doing. And it was a holy matrimony of a situation, because you are here to listen to this message, to take any of this in, to make this contact somehow. So whatever supposed bad is perfectly good. And then whatever is quote unquote good helps you negate what's, in terms of comparative speaking, bad. So may you be triggered that you're going to upset some people with the decisions that you're making. Maybe. But I think you're affirming for yourself how to gain control of who you are. And then I think you'd be more or less surprised how the world will more or less realign itself around you for you making this decision. Okay, so let's see how that unfolds for you. Because maybe, just maybe, making this decision will force other people to grow the F up. Some of you are all struggling with that. Alright, one last card. Four of Wands. Y'all been staying in your lane and manifesting and shit. No, yeah. Yeah, okay. Alright, that's all I got for you. Alright, it's good though. 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Emotional fulfillment. Alright, I'm wishing you a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are in the ether of this time and space. And may you keep flowing, growing, and glowing.